So my name's Mike. I am a photographer and videographer here at StrategiQ. I didn't always want to be a videographer slash photographer. When I was a kid, I always wanted to be, I always thought I'd be either a scientist or a stuntman. So the journey that got me to where I am today was a bit of a long one. I didn't go down the traditional route of, well, to be fair, I didn't know what I wanted to be when I was a kid. As I said, stuntman slash scientist. So I spent the first 10 years of my working life just doing random jobs. I fell into jobs. I worked for the revenue. I worked for an insolvency service. I was a police dispatcher. And then somewhere along the line, I realized that I really enjoyed doing video and photography stuff. It's something I dabbled with. And then I just spent a little bit more time, I just spent a little bit more time investing in that and playing around with it. And then I got to a point where people were starting to take interest in what I was doing. People were asking me to shoot videos for them. And eventually, by sharing the work that I was creating, it got shared with StrategiQ, and then I ended up with a job here. The advice that I'd give to anybody who is aspiring to be a videographer or a photographer or getting into that sort of industry would be just to start creating content. So making videos, taking photos, spend a lot of time experimenting. I always say that I like to play. So when I'm learning stuff, I'll go and play with it. I don't set any expectations on the output. I'm gonna go and play. I'm gonna buy a flash and start seeing how it works and working out the best way to use it. And then once you've started creating these things, you're gonna create a lot of stuff that isn't good. So it's almost best to get that stuff out of the way. So I think what you could do now to help you in the future is to start sharing your work. I think that whatever level you're at or whatever level you think you're at, if you start sharing it now, it's the best thing you can do. People will start seeing what you're doing, people will start to see the work that you're producing, and you never know where that might lead. My favorite thing about working at StrategiQ, or my favorite thing about StrategiQ in general, is that I genuinely believe that they want me to be the best version of me that I can be. They invest so much time and money in training. They are so keen to see people's development. And in all honesty, I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for StrategiQ. The culture here at StrategiQ is one that is very honest and transparent. That goes right through from the leadership down to your peers and colleagues that you work with day to day. I've worked in a lot of places, and I haven't ever worked anywhere that is as transparent as StrategiQ. You know everything down to the financials of the company. You know if there's any big changes, you know ahead of time. I've worked places before where you have no idea what's going on, and it's great. So even when you're working with people, the feedback you get is honest, and it just helps you develop.